Welcome back students. So we're starting a new chapter, this magnetic effect of current. Okay, yes. So in this chapter what we have to learn, it divided into three parts. In first part we learned the magnetic effects of the current. Second part we learn about magnetic, in first part we're learning about magnetic field, how field is produced by different objects and what are the rules which govern these. Then second part we learn the magnetic force experienced by what, some charged particle, and third part we learn what, earth magnetism. Okay, let's start. So first we learn that what is magnetic field. Generally write what, capital B symbol for this. Okay, magnetic field, correct? Yes, like we have learned gravitation chapter also, we learn gravitational field, right? No? So the region around a mass, I'm talking about gravitation chapter, okay? The region or space around a mass where we can experience the gravitational force. So that region is called what? Gravitational field, correct? Around that. So same way here magnetic field also is a space around a magnet, or look here. First thing, magnetic field, this thing can be produced by three type of things. Okay, you can have a magnet, you can have current, or you can have moving charges. These three things will produce what? Magnetic field. Who can produce magnetic field? Let me write here. Magnet, simplest way, right? Or it current also can produce current, or can produce what? Moving charges. Correct. These three things can produce what? Magnetic field, right? Yes, a magnet or current or the moving charges, they will produce what? Magnetic field. Okay, so what is a magnetic field? Is space around what? A magnet or some current carrying wire or coil or some moving charge where the magnetic field or magnetic force can be experienced, right now? Okay, so remember that magnetic field is a vector quantity. Okay, yes, it depends on direction also. Yes, depends. We'll talk a lot about this magnetic field, its properties in what? EMI chapter, electromagnetic induction there. Okay, I'm writing some basic things here. Okay, what is SI unit? Okay, so SI unit we write what in Tesla, or you can write also what? Weber per meter square. How these units coming, again I will teach in EMI only. Okay, because mainly it's related to what? Flux, which unit is what? Weber. Let me write full here. WEBR, Weber per meter square. Okay, yes, so there will be formula which relate what? Magnetic flux and magnetic field in what? EMI chapter. Okay, next chapter. Okay, so Tesla or Weber per meter square you will write unit. Okay, yes. So in the first part we have to learn two laws and five applications. There are two laws which talk about that how magnetic fields are produced by different type of objects. Then five applications we have. So what are these two laws? One is Biot-Savart law, one is Ampere-Circuital law. Okay, Biot-Savart law and Ampere-Circuital law. And applications we have like field due to a wire, due to a coil, due to a solenoid, toroid, okay, due to cylinder. These things we have five applications. Okay, so first point we're talking here, Biot-Savart's law. Correct? Yes. So two laws we have which gives the idea of that how magnetic field is produced by some object. Okay, so one is what? Biot-Savart law, other is what? Ampere-Circuital law. So let's learn about Biot-Savart law. So you have learned in school also. This law is very simple. This gives magnetic field due to what? Any type of a thin wire. Okay, it may be long wires, finite wire, infinite wire, circular wire, doesn't matter. Just you have a thin wire. Okay, so this gives what? Gives magnetic field due to a thin wire. This wire may be straight, wire may be what? In form of loop, doesn't depends. Okay, so Biot-Savart law gives what? Magnetic field due to a wire, correct? Yes. So let me write here properly, a thin wire, not thick. Thick means has become a cylinder. You have thin wire, it becomes thick, then become like a cylinder. So cylinder, the magnetic field due to cylinder is given by what? The second law, which is what? Ampere-Circuital law. Okay, so this gives for thin wires, like a wire, straight wire, or you have some loop, circular loop, triangular loop. Okay, any shape of the loop, but thin wire. Okay, So what this law says, look here, you have any shape of wire, doesn't matter, okay. You take a small length of this, that's called dl, small length of this, and some current is flowing in this, okay, I, this is a current, okay. Then you want to find the magnetic field at some point here. That distance, let's call it what, r distance. You want to find magnetic field at this point. Then this magnetic field depends on what things, so that is given by what, Biot-Savart law. They said this magnetic field due to this wire at some distance r is inversely proportional to what, distance square. How it depends upon the distance, inversely square. Then how it depends upon the current is directly proportional to what, current. How it depends upon that length of that small element is directly proportional to what, length of that element. Then how it depends upon this angle between current and your distance vector, okay, r. So that directly proportional to what, sine theta. So when you put all this together, your formula comes like this one. Magnetic field is what, okay, proportional to what, these three things, that's called I dl sine theta, inversely proportional to what, r square. You remove this proportionality sign, you put a constant, that constant is called mu naught upon 4 pi I dl sine theta upon r square. This is a scalar form of your Biot-Savart law. The magnetic field due to a wire is what, constant mu naught upon 4 pi I dl sine theta by r square. So here you know that this mu upon 4 pi is a constant. This is called 10 power minus 7 in SI system, right now. Yes, your mu naught is called permeability, right now. What is permeability? We will learn in what, the third topic of this chapter, okay. Yes, when we talk earthomagnetism, then these will come. What is this is a permeability of what, free space, or you say air, okay, of free space, a constant, okay. Yes, so these things I will talk in the third part of this chapter, okay. Yes, now watch carefully. Meaning of these, you know, current, IDL, small current element, okay, angle and r square. So here, suppose you write this in vector form, same formula in vector form. How you write this formula in vector form? You write B vector is equal to, look here, I dl vector, okay. Okay, first I keep like this way only, sine theta r square. I put an unit vector. I have multiplied a unit vector with this to convert this into what, vector form. The unit vector value, you know, that is simply what, r vector by what, magnitude of the r vector, right? Yes. So how I can write this? B vector is equal to what, I dl vector, okay, cross r, and this becomes what, r cube, okay, magnitude of r cube, okay. So in vector form, and this thing I have discussed in all chapter of physics, that when you convert this into vector form, you know, power is what, increased here, right? Like here magnetic field scalar form is what, inversely proportional to what, r square, and vector form becomes what, r cube proportional. Same thing I have done in gravitation also, right now. Yes. So look here, this is what your vector form. So how it varies with distance in vector form, r cube proportional, not square, okay. Yes, your IDL, this thing is called current element. Current element, generally current is scalar, we said, right now, but here this is called current element, and this is called a vector quantity, keep in mind, okay. So vector quantity, okay. So the current into small length at that particular point where we are finding field into that point is called what, current element, IDL, right? Okay, so this is what your formula, this is called Biot-Savart law, okay. Now before we write the application of this, we have to know that what is the direction of the field here, okay. So something called right hand rule, okay. This rule gives direction of magnetic field, right now, or direction of current also, if you know direction of the magnetic field, correct. Look at this picture. Here current was flowing upward, so at this point magnetic field is produced. How much produced? This much is produced. Then what is the direction of magnetic field? Magnetic field is inward or outward, okay. So this is given by what, your right hand rule, right now. So this is your right hand, obviously, correct. So what this rule says that, look here, suppose first I have straight wires. You have some wire like this one, okay, this type. This is a wire and some current is flowing, like suppose upward. This is the direction of current. Then what is the direction of magnetic field and what type of magnetic field is produced around this, okay. Then this rule says that your right hand, you grab your wire from the right hand, then your thumb shows the direction of the current, then the curling finger will show the direction of the magnetic field. So this rule says what? Your thumb shows what? Direction of current, correct, and your curling finger, this shows what? Direction of what? Magnetic field and the pattern of magnetic field. Suppose in this wire current is going upward, you grab this wire from what? Your right hand, thumb shows direction of current, then on this side fingers are going in, on this side the finger will come out like circular loops, right? So here magnetic field is produced of what type? Circular loop, like this way, okay. Yes. So if you have any object on this side of this wire, here fingers are going inward, that we represent by cross. Field going into the board, into the plane, we represent by a cross symbol, and coming outward we represent by a dot symbol. So on this side it will be a dot symbol. Once more, this is a wire. First, you know this, assuming that you know direction of the current, you know, okay. So current is flowing upward, so you grab from what? Right hand, your thumb showing direction of current upward. So when you grabbing this wire in your hand, on this side fingers are going in, on this side fingers are coming what? Outward, right? So circular loops are formed here. On this side field is going inward, on this side field is coming what? Outward, okay. Yeah, okay. You have circular loop, then what you do? Okay, circular loops. Look here, suppose this is a loop, correct, and you say that direction of current, you know this is direction of current, suppose, okay. Same rule, okay. What you will do? Again your thumb shows what? Direction of current. So current is like upward, right? Yes. So look at this, when you at any point you can talk, suppose you're talking about this point, okay. Again right hand you are grabbing, so your fingers are going into the board, right? Correct, into the board, and direction of current is what? Upward. So field produced by this current is flowing like clockwise, then what is field of direction here? It goes what? Inward field, right? Suppose you do it opposite of this, like this way, current is flowing like this way, anti-clockwise. Here current is what? Clockwise, CW, right? Current flowing clockwise, so field is going what? Inward. Once more, grab your hand at any point, like this one, grabbing your hand. We are talking inside the loop, not outside, okay. Yes, for wire on this side and that side you're talking, for loop you're talking inside, okay. So inside my fingers are going on inward, okay. Inward field means what? So we need to like B means magnetic field we're writing, okay. So magnetic field is what? Inward. Here just opposite, here how you will grab? Suppose at this point, outside the loop fingers are going inward, inside they will come what? Outward, and thumb is what? Downward. So here magnetic field is coming outward, that we represent by what? Dot symbol, right? Hope you're not confusing about this one. If you put this symbol means what? Your magnetic field, or you can represent current also outward, okay. They are coming out from the board, right? You can write this symbol for like current also, that dot means current is coming outward, okay. Yes, or cross means what? You can talk magnetic field or your current inward, right now? Correct. Suppose this wire you place perpendicular to our plane, wire placed perpendicular to what? Plane. Suppose here this simple case, this wire I have placed on board like this way, current going upward, so you grab your hand, finger here going inward, your finger coming what? Outward. This thumb shows direction of current, so you have drawn direction of the field. But I am saying suppose the wire is placed perpendicular to the board, then what happens? Wire place means like this is a perpendicular wire, okay. So you can see the tip of the wire only, right? Whole wire you cannot see. If I place on the plane like this one, whole wire is visible, right? But if you put in the plane means only dot will be visible. So suppose current is coming outward, then you will represent like this way, and if current is going inward, then you represent what? Like this way. This dot and cross symbol you can write for both magnetic field direction and current direction, both, okay. Yes. So perpendicular place means suppose current coming outward, then we will see this sharp point, right now. So we represent by dot. Current is coming outward, and current going inward means we represent like this a flat side. So current is going what? Inward. Clear? Okay. So now what happens? Suppose I take anyone. Suppose this case I am talking. Okay. Let write this is means what? Current. I wrote it here actually. Current. This is what? Outward. And here current is what? Inward. Okay, here wires are placed perpendicular to the board, so we see only the tip only, right now, not whole wire. This is placed on the board, so we can see whole wire. Okay, so what I am saying, suppose this is a wire placed, and I ask you some magnetic field at some point. They ask that what is magnetic field at this point, what is magnetic field at this point, correct? So watch carefully. This is a wire and direction of current is what? Outward. So you want to know what is direction of magnetic field at this point, okay, and at that point. So this is what your wire, current coming outward, you grabbing from what your right hand, thumb showing direction of current. So at this point, you see the fingers are coming downward, right? You grabbing like this way, thumb showing direction of the current, finger showing what? Direction of the magnetic field. At this point, magnetic field will be like that way, downward. It's the direction of what? Magnetic field. Correct. Same way at this point, if you watch carefully, this is your wire. So fingers will come what? Outward at this point. Okay. You grab in your hand like this one. Okay. Like this way. Okay. Thumb showing. So fingers at this point will be what? Like that way. This is the direction of what? Your magnetic field. Okay. This was the wire, and wire placed perpendicular to the plane. Suppose this case is here. Wire current is going inward, then these two direction becomes opposite. Correct. Okay, so this is how you find the direction of current. Now what we will do, we will write the application of this. So two applications will talk here. One magnetic field due to a wire, then what? Again due to a loop. Okay, these two things we will talk. Then after that we will learn Ampere's circuit law. We have three applications again, that like due to cylinder, due to what, some hollow sphere, and solenoid, toroid. These things are the application of what? Second law. Okay. The second law means Ampere's circuit law. So this is Biot-Savart law. It's very simple. You have to remember this. Okay. So direction you have understood. Then let's see application of this. Okay. First application we're talking about Biot-Savart law is what? Magnetic field due to a wire. Okay. Magnetic field due to a finite wire. Actually, generally this question is not asked in our exam, because for NEET they are simpler format of this. Okay, I will discuss all this with you. So first we are talking the magnetic field due to finite wire. Some limited length of the wire is given, and we want to find field, magnetic field due to that wire. So this is a wire of some length, some current I is flowing here. We want to find what is the magnetic field at this point, at distance of r from this wire. Okay, yes. So what is the answer? We are not doing derivations here because not important. So what you do, from that end you draw a line, and that you call angle as what? Suppose theta 1 or phi 1. From other end you draw a line here, and that angle you call what? Phi 2. Correct. Then magnetic field due to this wire, straight wire, is given by mu naught I upon 4 pi r sine phi 1 plus sine phi 2. This is the main formula actually. Okay, but this is not asked, generally not asked to what in NEET exam, because for us we have generally infinite wire, infinite length wire. Okay, so this formula becomes simple format. We will discuss this. Okay, but this is the correct formula. Okay, you have wire of some limited length. Okay, yes, then what is the magnetic field at some point due to this wire? So at distance r. So we drawing the two lines from the end of these wires. They are making an angle of theta 1, theta 2 here. Okay, so this is the formula mu naught I upon 4 pi r sine theta 1 sine theta 2. So for us, how they ask, that I am talking here cases. Okay, case 1. What is case 1? For infinite long wire. This is a general case also. Okay. Yes, always you have to take generally this case, unless they say some limited length is given to you. So when this wire is very long, look here, and suppose this distance remains r, this distance r remains same only, and you increase the length of the wire to infinite long. Then when you make the angles here, see this angle almost comes what, 90 degree. This angle phi 1 and phi 2, they are almost what, 90 degree. Okay, your phi 1, phi 2 becomes what, 90 degree. So in this formula, when you put cos 9, sin 90, sin 90, 1 plus 1, 2 get cancelled here. So this is your general formula to find magnetic field due to an infinite long wire, mu naught I upon what, 2 pi r. Yes, very very important. This is a main thing for us. Correct? Yes. Okay, you write some other cases. How you can write? Look here, case 2. Okay, now we are writing case of this only. Okay, so look here, for an infinite long wire, what is the answer? Mu naught I upon 2 pi r, and 99% you have to use this formula only. Okay, okay. At the end of infinite long wire, you want to find magnetic field where, this is a very again infinite long wire, this case only, but you want to find magnetic field at the end of the wire. Like here you want to find what is the magnetic field at this point, right? It's very close, like, okay, yes, r. So if you draw angles here, the one angle is 90 degree, other angle is what, 0 degree. Okay, your phi 1 is what, 90 degree, but phi 2 is what, 0 degree. So when you put 90 here, this become answer half of this simply. So magnetic field will be mu naught I upon 4 pi r. This is general formula. If they are asking especially the magnetic field at the end of the wire, this end, that end, this side, that side, doesn't matter, right? Then what is the answer? Mu naught I upon 4 pi r. It's half of that only. Okay. Or they ask case 3, where they are asking on the wire or along the length of wire. Suppose this is a wire, infinite long wire again, current I flowing. You want to find magnetic field at this point, that distance what, r again. Okay, you want to find that point, you want to find this point, or you want to find some point on the wire itself. Suppose you find one this here, then what angle becomes 0 and 180. You draw a line from here 0 degree, one line from here become what, 180 degree. Sin 0, sin 180 both are 0. So magnetic field is directly what, 0. This is very important. So here you want to find magnetic field at this point, or some this point, right? Along the length of the wire, magnetic field directly becomes what, 0. Correct? Yes. Okay. So these are the all possible cases about what, wire. General case, finite length is given, then angles we need. Okay, infinite case, simple case, then what happens, the angles will always become 90 degree. So this is general formula. Or in this case itself, they are asking like at the end of the wire, then becomes half of this. Along the length of the wire or on the wire itself always becomes what, 0. Okay, yes. Now numericals I will do on this, because generally this circular and these wires will be combined together. So I do second part also first. So second we are doing, that's called, this is a magnetic field due to finite wire. Magnetic field due to, you can call it coil or you call it just circular loop, right now. You have some circular loop, then how you will find magnetic field. Okay, yes. So here also we write 2-3 cases. First general case. First was at the center of loop. Simple case. You have a wire is turned into a circle and current I is flowing here. Then they are asking what is the magnetic field. This is the radius of this is r. Okay. What is the magnetic field at the center of this loop? Then what is the answer? B will be equal to mu naught I upon 2 into what, r. This is a simple formula. Magnetic field at the center of a circular loop when I current is flowing this loop, right? Like current flowing this way, then field will be here obviously what, inward, right? Cross field, clockwise current, right? You can use your right hand rule. Okay, yes. Now look here, small cases we see here. Magnetic field, this is for when the, because in wires we don't have like generally one wire is given, but in loop we can have like number of the turns. There may be 1 turn, 10 turn, 100 turn, right? So for same question only, for n number of turns, In circular loop, generally we have number of turns, 10 turn, 100 turn. You can multiply n in this form. Let's say due to what? One loop. Okay. So magnetic field will be what? Mu naught. Obviously n I by what? 2r. Correct. Okay. Now write. Suppose you have a third case. I'm talking. You have a half loop, half ring, right? Na? So semi-circular loop. If you have semicircular loop, it becomes half of this, okay? Because like this type of loop, you have this much only and some current is flowing here, okay? So this is what semicircular loop, current I is flowing. Then what is magnetic field? Obviously at the center of, this is center of, right? Half of that, mu naught I upon 4r. If number of turns given, you can multiply number of turns always, okay? So this is what? Due to what? A semicircular, but they can give any sector here, right? Na? Any part of this circular loop they can give and they ask you, okay? So let's see, general, you writing general case here. So like due to any sector of a loop, any sector, suppose I say that this is given to you, that what is magnetic field due to this angle is given what? Alpha. Some current is flowing I here, correct? What is magnetic field at center of this radius what? R. So angle is given alpha, like here this is also here angle is what? 180 degree, right? Half of this loop, right? So here what is the answer? Look at the magnetic field due to 360 degree is what? How much? This much. Due to that much angle, so that much angle by what? 360. So magnetic field due to any sector is what? What is the answer? Look here, general formula mu naught I upon what? 2r. This is due to what? Complete 360 degree, okay, loop. By that much angle you want to calculate, you can write alpha by what? Just 2 pi. That will be your answer simply. Magnetic field due to any sector of a loop, correct na? Yes. So alpha, what about that angle? By what? 2 pi. Suppose actually this is general, you can answer that question also semicircular loop from here. Here angle is what? 180 degree. You put alpha as pi, then that answer will come here, okay, simply. Okay. Then one special question they ask here, this is all about what? At center of the loop, okay. Yes. So special case is this one, magnetic field due to a circular loop at its axial point along the axis. Like you put your loop here, right? This is a loop, this is a radius, you saying what? R. Here you want to find magnetic field distance of what? X. Then what is the magnetic field? Here some current is flowing here I, right? What is the magnetic field at this point due to this loop? So this is called an axial point. Here always finding at the center, the complete loop, half loop or any sector of the loop, right? No? Yes. So you want to find magnetic field here. Again there's derivation we don't need. So what answer comes that? Let me write here. So magnetic field due to a circular loop on its axial point at distance of x, radius r, current flowing I is given by this formula mu naught, and number of turns may be n. Here I can writing n I, okay, and r square, radius, by 2 times of r square plus x square power 3 by 2. Actually now this is actually in real complete formula. All these are coming from here only. How? Look here, you want to get that case from here. This is what? Magnetic field and axial point. I said that find magnetic field at center at this point, then x becomes what? 0. In this formula you make x back, you make 0, you will get that answer only, okay. Yes, you make x times 0, r power 2, 3 by 2 means r power 3, r square get cancelled, getting only r, 2r. So mu naught ni 2r, right? So the magnetic field due to a circular loop on what? Axial point, okay. Yes, these were now theory due to a wire, due to a loop. Now I'll do questions on this, okay, to understand how they ask questions in the exam. Okay. Okay, here we have few questions based on this wire combination alone, not loop. Loop I will do in next one. So look here, this is the most important type of questions. Some closed regular loop is given to you, equilateral triangle given, square given, pentagon, hexagon is given, then they ask the magnetic field at the center. So you can solve this also, and I will tell you a shortcut for this also, okay. So first let's see this question. A square loop is given, is carrying current I, find the magnetic field at center O. So this is center of this, and here you want to find magnetic field, correct? Okay. This is what? Side A. So we have a shortcut for this also, but before that we do how really we'll solve this problem. Okay, so this is a loop. We want to find magnetic field here, current flowing like this one. Okay, correct. So how we'll solve this question? Look here, this loop is nothing but there are 4 straight wire. These are 4 wire, one wire, this wire, that wire, that wire, right? Of same length, carrying same current, placed at same distance, right? We find magnetic field due to any one wire and we multiply it by what? 4 times. So for this wire we're talking, this side we're talking AB. So you want to find what is magnetic field due to AB at distance at this center O. So that distance is what? Obviously half of that, A by 2. Yes, A by 2. Then it's a wire. So we write wire formula. And which type of wire? It's not an infinite wire. It's a limited length. Side of your square is given what? A. So it's a finite wire. For finite wire, what formula we have? For finite wire, right? We have this formula mu naught. If number of turn is given, okay. Otherwise 4 pi r sine phi 1 plus sine phi 2. This is the formula, right? So if you draw lines from this point like this and this is the one wire, so here we are drawing line like this, okay. That angle is what? 45 degree. That angle also what? 45 degree, right? We know this, okay. So where you put these values here, look here. What is a magnetic field? I am writing this magnetic field due to what? AB side, right? We just finding what is magnetic field due to this side, right? Similar, we have 4 sides, so you can multiply by 4. So look here, what is the answer of this? Mu naught I 4 pi r. What is r here? A by 2, distance of that point. So it's what? A by 2 sine 45 plus sine 45. Okay, so how much this answer will become? Mu naught I upon 2 pi a. Sine 45 means what? 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2. That becomes 2 by root 2 or simply what? Root 2. Correct? Watch once more. Sine 45 means what? 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2. That becomes 2 by root 2 or root 2. So this is root 2. Or you can simplify this further. This becomes, you cancel it here, mu naught I upon root 2 pi into a. This is a magnetic field due to what? One side. This side is a wire, finite wire. So you're finding magnetic field due to a finite wire. We wrote this formula. Now total magnetic field is what? So total magnetic field means we have similar 4 wires, and due to all wire the field is what? Inward. Look here, this wire what is field? Inward. Due to that wire, inward. Due to this wire what? Inward. Due to that wire also what? Inward. Thumb showing direction of current, finger showing what? Direction of the magnetic field. So magnetic field due to all these 4 wires are what? Inward, means same direction, so we can add them, right? Simply total magnet is 4 times of this mu naught I upon root 2 pi into a, right? So you can further simplify this. 4 you can write 2 into 2, so you can cancel, write 2 root 2 mu naught I upon pi into a. That will be your answer, and direction is what? Inward. So we show cross symbol here. Net magnetic field in this given case is what? Inward, right? Now actually like this will take time, right, to solve this question. So I am writing a shortcut for this. You should write in your notebook properly. So what is shortcut? Let me write here. For any regular polygon, what is the direct shortcut? Any regular polygon like a equilateral triangle, like a square, pentagon, hexagon, right? Now any regular polygon, how you write the magnetic field at center is directly given by this shortcut formula mu naught, look here, and I by pi into a sine pi by a into tan pi by a. Please understand this properly. What is formula? Mu naught n I by pi. Okay, what is n here? N is not number of the turns. Number of turns I am writing capital N symbol. Okay, n is what? Number of sides. How many sides you have? Like I said triangle, then you say 3 sides. Square means 4 sides, right? So number of the sides. And a is what? A is the length of side, right? Like here writing a. Suppose same answer you want to answer, okay, then what? Mu naught n I current pi a sine pi by a into tan pi by a, right? Right. Okay, I wrote a little wrong here. It's not by a, sorry, n, okay, pi by n into 10 pi by n. So suppose this question you want to answer using this shortcut, okay, for a square, then what is the answer? Okay, this is a complete formula shortcut. Now look here, what is the answer of this question directly? B will be equal to mu naught is okay, and n means number of the sides, square you're talking, so 4 side, current I by pi, and side of 1 is given a symbol, okay, correct. Now look here, sine pi by 4, sine n is given what, 4, so sine pi by 4 means sine 45, correct na? Sine 45 means 1 by root 2, okay, 1 by root 2 into, correct, 10 pi by 4, so 1045 means what, 1 only, so you're getting same answer actually. If you ask carefully, it's becoming 2 root 2, okay, mu naught I upon pi into a, that answer you got what here also, this is the answer, exactly same answer directly, okay. So you have a triangle, you have a square, okay, pentagon, hexagon, you want to find net magnetic field at the center due to some current flowing in that loop, so you can answer directly using this shortcuts. So two terms are coming, one is n is the number of the sides, okay, and a is the length of any one side, correct. Okay, so this is very important, please write it carefully. Okay, let's see some more questions on what, wires. Look at the second question, magnetic fields at O due to the given current distribution is what? One wire given here, one wire given here, current I flowing here, distances from the center is given, they are asking what is the net magnetic field. So watch carefully, and this wire is like L-shaped wire, right now. So part by part we do, look here, this wire, okay, this wire, dot means infinite long, okay. So for this point, for this wire I'm talking like this straight wire, okay, this point is along the length of the wire, so field due to that much part is what, directly 0, correct. And for this much part, this much piece of the wire, this point is at the end of the wire, right now. This is second piece, okay, right, this is also going to infinity, okay. So this is point is what, at the end of the wire. So due to this wire, first wire, what is the magnetic field? End of the wire means half of the general formula, so mu naught I upon what, 4 pi r. And what is the direction of field due to the first wire? Let's call it B1, that's wire 1, that's wire 2. So what is the direction? Look here, here watch carefully, current is going downward, so on this side fingers are inward, here fingers are coming what, outward, right. When you grab this wire in your hand, thumb showing direction of current downward, on this side fingers are going in, so on this side finger will come out, right. Out means this is what, dot field. Now see, due to this wire, same thing, this horizontal wire, this point is along the length of the wire, so field is what, 0. Again this wire is what, end of the wire, right now. This is a wire, this point is at the end of the wire, this wire and this wire, right, going to infinity, so end of the wire. So same answer again, B2 is what, mu naught I upon 4 pi, okay, D symbol the writing here, okay, D, so you can write D here, distance writing what, D symbol. Now what is the direction of field due to this wire? Watch carefully, you grab this wire in your hand, current going upward, on this side fingers are going in, on this side fingers are coming what, outward, so field at this point is what, outward. Outward means this also dot, so two fields are in the same direction, due to this wire also outward, due to this wire also what, outward, right now. So they are same direction, so you can add, so net field will be obviously what, B1 plus B2, correct now. Suppose they are opposite, you can subtract them, it's a vector quantity, you have to use vector rule simply, so you can add them, when you add them you're getting mu naught I upon what, obviously what, how much, 2 pi d, that, and field is what, outward net. So this is your answer, okay. Yes, let's see next question. Find magnetic field at point P due to the given wires. So these two wires are given, one carrying current of 5 ampere upward, one carrying 2 ampere current downward, and this is a point given D. So distance given between these two wires given 2 meter, and from this wire and that point also given 2 meter. We have to find net magnetic field. Let's say magnetic field, this wire is B1, due to that wire is what, B2, correct. Let's find B1 first. What is B1? Okay, general formula is the infinite wire, general case, okay, mu naught I upon what, 2 pi r. What is the magnetic field due to this wire? So general one writing mu naught I upon 2 pi r, right. Mu naught is okay, current is how much, 5 ampere upon 2 pi is also okay. What is the distance we're talking about this wire. What distance of this wire from that point? 2 meter. 2 meter means what? 4 meter. Correct? Yes. So look here, and what is the direction now important? Current going upward. So when you grab in the hand, thumb showing direction of current upward. So on this side, field is going inward, right now. So at this point, due to that wire, field is inward. Inward means cross field. So look here, when you want to simplify this, mu naught upon 4 pi, already we know, right now. 4 and pi, that's what? 10 power minus 7. So 10 power minus 7, 5 by what? 2. Tesla. And this field is what? Inward. Now let's check due to this wire. B2 wire is what? Formula remains same, mu naught I upon 2 pi r. Okay, mu naught is naught. Current is what here? 2 ampere upon 2 pi into the distance is what? 2 meter. Okay, 2 meter, right? Now what is the direction of field at this point? Current is going downward. So when you grab in your hand, the finger on this side are going inward, but in this side fingers are coming outward. So due to this wire, the field at this point is what? Outward. Outward means what? Dot field. So again watch here, mu naught upon this become 4 pi. So 2 into 10 power what? Minus 7 Tesla coming, and this field is what? Dot. Outward field, right? So what is net field? Two fields are opposite direction. One field due to this is what? Inward, due to that is what? Outward. So you have to subtract them. Which field is bigger? This field is bigger. Inward field is bigger. We got 2.5. So you subtract them. You obviously say B1 minus B2. You get 0.5 into 10 power minus 7 Tesla, and net field will what? Cross. Inward field is what? Bigger. Outward field is what? 2 into 10 power minus 7. Inward field is what? 2.5. Correct na? Okay. Let's move. So this is what your net field. Now look at one more question based on wires. Find the distance x at which the magnetic field due to the given wire becomes what? 0. Correct na? Two wires are given and some point is given here, that in that distance x. What is the distance x so that the magnetic field due to these two wires becomes what? 0. At this point, net magnetic field 0 means what? Magnetic field due to wire, let's call B1, due to that B2 should be equal, right now. Then it becomes 0. B1 should be equal to B2, then magnetic field is what? 0. What is magnetic field due to this wire? The 3 ampere wire. Look here, you grab your hand, here field is going inward. Due to that wire, field will be outward. Two fields are opposite, so they become equal, then net field is what? 0. Correct? So what is field due to this wire? Mu naught. Current is what? 3 ampere upon 2 pi into r. R we calling what? X. The distance from this wire is what? X is equal to field due to this wire mu naught. Current is what? 2 ampere by 2 pi. What is the distance? That distance. Total distance given 6 meter. That's given x. That becomes 6 minus x. Correct. So mu naught get cancelled. 2 pi get cancelled. So we see that this becomes 2x is equal to 18 minus 3x. So become 5x is equal to what? 18. X becomes 18 by 5. Correct? No? Okay, 5 goes 3 times, then what? 5 goes 6 times meter. So that distance should be what? This much. So that the net field becomes what? 0. Correct? No? Yes. So net field outside point they are asking, inside the point they are asking, you find due to individual wire, find due to first wire, second wire, third wire, then you have to add them. When you are adding them, see the directions. Some fields are inward, some fields are outward, right? Field in same direction you have to add, opposite direction you have to subtract, obviously, right now. Okay, so these were some examples based on wire alone, right now. Now we'll give like combination of both wire plus what? Circular loops. That's mainly they asked in our exam. And here important thing was this one, the field due to any regular polygon, right now, regular polygon. Okay.